Oh man, huge facepalm. So I've been talking and streaming for the past 10 minutes and I wasn't live. uh, Huge apologies. Thank you, Peleg, for the shout out. I guess it's a little bit confusing because in YouTube, the chat can be going and the stream isn't necessarily live, and there's like a green light says my stream is good, but oh my goodness. All right, let's reverse gears. So I know I hate rework, but we'll get this done. All right. Hi everyone. Happy Thursday. My name's Adam. I am a product manager at AngelList Venture team. And for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be talking about this design contest, the UX design contest number 13 that I'm running. And super excited to be able to share my process of going through an example entry, which will demonstrate to you, hopefully, everything you need to do to enter and win the contest. I think you can probably do it even without my help, but in case it's helpful, that's what I'm going to be focusing and talking about. A quick history, if you're not familiar with UX Design Contest, I guess I've already shared the links in chat when I thought I was live and I wasn't. But I designed UX Design Contest and built this platform to really help designers flesh out their portfolios, to practice new skills, to get exposed to new tools and new processes, and have fun. And do some good by winning some moolah for charity. So that's UX Design Contest in a nutshell. Contest 13 is the current contest, and it's all about improving a food delivery app experience. So I don't know about you, but for the past, I don't know, weeks, months, years, however long this COVID thing's been going on, one of the big apps or the primary app experience that's like helping me get through are my grocery delivery apps, are my restaurant delivery apps. So for me, it's like Instacart, Uber Eats, DoorDash. Those are like the three that I'm using. I think it really depends on what app you're using based on like where you are geographically, right? And which apps have the access to the grocery stores, supermarkets, and the restaurants that you like. So that's the little bit of like COVID spin on this week's on this contest. So I guess I'll and then trying to think back and like replay everything in my mind what I was sharing. I'm pretty sure I said it even better the first time when I wasn't live. Anyhow, what I'm going to be focusing on today, so I'm going to be doing this for 3 weeks. I basically broke the parts of the contest here. So if you look at like how to enter, the different things that need to happen in order to enter the contest, I'm basically splitting these up over the next 3 weeks. So tonight I'm really going to be focusing on talking about the working backwards strategy, which you can apply to this contest and really anything else as a way to really speed up and improve your efficiency. I think that's one thing that people hope to get out of these contests, and things I've seen people mention are they're concerned that entering the contest is going to take too much time. So hopefully tonight will help give you a framework and show you some processes that you can apply that's going to make this really, really easy for you to spend a small amount of time and have a good chance at winning this contest. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, you can check out the contest. I'll put the link again in chat, just because now I'm live and you can see and hear me. By the way, if you have any questions about the contest, you have ideas, you have thoughts, feel welcome to put those in chat. Like I can see what's going on in chat. This is live. if you're here now. So don't hesitate to let me know what you're thinking or what you want some help with. That's what I'm here for. Alrighty. So I guess I'll redo this. I'll introduce Notion. So if you haven't heard about Notion, let me be the first to introduce you to this all-in-one workspace app. And I'm actually split screening it here. I'll redo everything I've done. So, well, I don't want to, can I just grab this? Yes. All right. Here we go. So working backwards at a high level is just like it sounds. It's really thinking about the goal and the desired end state and working backwards to fill in, okay, what do I need to do to meet the last step? Okay, then what do I need to do to meet the last step? And really working backwards from the goal so that you're less likely to be distracted or stuck in kind of blank page. Infinite possibilities. What do I do? Maybe it's time to go get a snack. So rather than talking too much about working backwards, because I think it makes sense logically, right? Like working backwards, literally, you can understand what that means. I think it'll be even more helpful to show than tell. So that's what I'm doing here in this Notion document. What I was doing, I wish there was a way to prevent that thing from coming up. I'll look into it later. It's not important for this. But man, I know what I'll do. Let's do this. We can get creative, right? Problem solving. Look at this. Look at this. Problem solving. Now, I don't really go over to that edge and I don't have to worry about this thing popping up. Haha. All right, there you go. So, working backwards. So from the contest page, let's say, for example, this is an example entry. Obviously, I'm not eligible to participate in the contest, but I can demonstrate an example entry. So for me, in my hypothetical situation here, I want to win the contest with my example entry. So the first thing I want to do is find out, what do I need to do to win? What's required? What are the requirements? So I'm looking on this contest page and I'm looking and I see how to enter. Haha, how to enter. It looks like there are some different steps and things that I need to do. This is great. Let me copy this stuff and I'm gonna paste it right into Notion. The really cool thing about Notion, oh, interesting, copied the link. The last time I did it, didn't copy the link. The really cool thing about Notion is every chunk is a movable block. So remember when I talked about working backwards, right? Now, I could work backwards from starting with number 1. I mean, it would not necessarily be working backwards starting from the first step, right? We're talking about working backwards. So let's, oh, this is going to be kind of confusing. It's going to switch numbers on me. All right. Let's see if we can. I think this is going to work. I think I just keep pulling 6 up. Whoops, I forgot this one. There we go. Is this the exact reverse order? I guess it's a little bit confusing because it doesn't maintain the numbers, right? So submit entry 1, 7, yes. Document project number 6, 2, cool. 3, test your solution, test, yes. 4, design 2, 3, solution concepts. 5, prioritize issues, identify app, pick a local food, cool. All right. So what I'm gonna do is start thinking about the last step. Submit my entry by 11:59 Pacific time. What can I do right now that will help me ensure I get my entry in on time? Because that would be a huge pity if I participated in this contest. I went through all the steps. I did amazing prize-winning work, and I missed the deadline. Yes, that would be sad. So I'll create a to-do. Set calendar reminder for Saturday, May 2nd to submit contest entry. Now I'm creating a to-do. That's if I was just in my own personal workspace and I didn't have this set up for streaming, I would actually just go set that calendar reminder right now, and then I can check it off. So I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to say I did it, and then I'll check it off. Haven't actually done it yet, so I'll keep it there. Cool. Is there anything else? Should I set another calendar reminder for an hour before, just in case May 2nd I'm not ready? Probably. So let's duplicate this. I'm going to say set phone alarm for Saturday, May 3rd at 9 p.m. Pacific. So now I've got two things. I've got a calendar reminder happening on Saturday. Maybe I set it at noon. And then I've got a phone alarm going off. Cool. I feel like I'm pretty covered here. Great. What's next? Document your project in a no-code case study using Notion or another online tool. And there's this little case study outline. For the purposes of today, I'm just going to ignore this outline. I would like to go back and iterate on it, but because I've already got this doc working, cool. So I already am using Notion. It says I can use another online tool, but since I'm already in Notion, that's great. So this will be my case study document. Boom. Maybe I add that as a to-do. Create Notion doc for case study. And I've done that. Great. Next, I want to I basically want to create sections for case study doc. And I can do that right now. I'm going to look at the other things that I need to do to help me create those sections. And I have this all in context. So test your solutions against current experience using Usability Hub. So I think I'm going to have a section about testing and results. Makes sense, right? Since that's something I'm going to need to do. Cool. That'll be one section. It also says I need to design 2 to 3 concepts, solution concepts, to fix the top issue. Okay, so let's talk about design concepts. I'll have a section about the design concepts. Sounds good so far? If I look back further, it says I need to prioritize issues by estimated impact and level of effort in order to identify the top issue. Okay? So I might have a section just on the top issue. It looks like I'm going to be prioritizing issues. I probably want to share some about how I'm doing that. So I'm going to create a section about prioritizing issues. Cool. And you can also see this is actually like backwards first, right? The last thing is the first thing. Then it says I need to identify usability issues with an app experience. Okay, so let's have something that's talking about usability issues. And last but not least, and it looks like there's this handy dandy table here. Maybe I'll check that out. Let's see if I can, I'll open this up over here. The split screen thing is working pretty handy. Oh yeah. Okay, hang on. I will sign in. Oh man, it sent me a temporary login code. Hang on, this will be it. a little bit more work. I set up this new profile, this streaming profile that isn't connected with any of my information. So I thought it would be great for avoiding like privacy snafus and revealing information I don't want to reveal. It has the disadvantage of when I want to log into things, I can't log into them because I'm using an account that's disconnected from everything. So bear with me one moment. Oh, Notion has a really funny login code. It's a string of English words with hyphens in between. It doesn't necessarily make sense, but great. But now we'll be able to see this. No, where did it go? I lost it. I literally lost the window. Hang on. Okay, I'm in Chrome. Where did it go? Peek behind there. Peek behind there. No. All right, let me see if I just signed into that page, will it just let me access it? Sweet, it will. Great. All right, so here's that top usability issues table. It looks like it's got some table for me to log some stuff in. This stuff looks cool. I see there's instructions here. You can duplicate this document and move tables to your case study. Great. Let me demonstrate that here. Although it's mine, so I don't know if I have that duplicate functionality. You may see this if you access it. And let me put that link in chat so you can play around with it. I think I can copy and paste. Let's find out. Nice. So I've got my own copy. So I can put those, I'm just gonna put it down here and make a heading, usability issues. Great, so I've got that. And then the last thing over here, it says pick a local food delivery app to improve. And looks like there are some examples. I've got some popular ones from the US, and I know Uber Eats is international. I'm not sure about the other ones. And then I also pulled some popular ones outside the US as well. As examples, if you're looking for something new or different, probably choose one that's local to you though, right? So you can actually use it. I believe most of these food delivery apps require entering a zip code, and maybe you can fake it. I mean, maybe you can just put in some address somewhere else and it'll work. I suppose that's an interesting way to do it. For me, I'm torn. I think many people do the restaurant delivery stuff. Can we use other food apps? Of course, yeah. These are just examples, right? So I'm glad you asked that, Ralph, because I actually got that question from someone else. All I say is pick a local food delivery app to improve, right? Those are some examples. If you just have never used a food delivery app, like these are just meant to get you started if you want to check something out. You are welcome. I mean, even local grocery stores themselves, many of them have online ordering and delivery. Like that's perfectly reasonable as well. It's a great question. Yes, please use whatever food delivery app you want. So I either want to do Instacart. Well, I feel like in the past I did a little bit explored on Instacart. I think I'm more interested in checking out DoorDash or Uber Eats on the desktop web experience, because typically I'm using my phone. So I'm thinking I might find some interesting things if I check out one of these too. So I'm gonna pick. Thank you, Asha. Amazon Fresh. There you go. Hey, look at that. You see some opportunities. Amazon Fresh. Cool. Sounds like a good candidate for this contest. I think I'll just commit to doing DoorDash right now. Cool. So I picked DoorDash. And maybe there's this like pick local food delivery apps. This is kind of like about DoorDash. And then if I'm working backwards, I probably want to have some sort of like introduction. And testing and results. I think after that, I know it's not required by the contest, so I'm gonna mark it as optional. I think I want to do it. Recommendations for DoorDash. Does it have to be a phone app, Peleg asks. Can it be a web app? So I think I don't know about all of these food delivery apps, but many of them have support different devices, right? They have a mobile app version and they have a website where you can use too. You can focus on whatever device scenario you want. Like, these contests are intentionally designed to be very flexible. I want people to have an easy time participating, and I also want them to have fun and get excited. So I've tried to set constraints that still allow for plenty of flexibility. And these two things are also optional, but I think it only makes sense. I'm actually going to remove optional. I'm just going to commit to it. Okay. Ralph asked, does Usability Hub have testing for mobile? How will that work? Yes, of course. You can, Ralph, you can submit images. So with Usability Hub, you'll be uploading images. You can also choose to set constraints around the device that a participant is using. So for example, if you're doing some mobile app design testing, you could require that participants be using a mobile phone and not a desktop, for example, or vice versa. So we will get to that when we get to that. So this is kind of a high level, right, of applying the working backwards strategy to just trying to set myself up for success. Right? I've got all these steps and things that I'm doing, kind of working my way backwards, and now I'm ready to get started. Obviously, you can't, working backwards doesn't mean you can do everything in reverse order. It's not like a Benjamin Button kind of thing. For example, I can't start talking about recommendations for DoorDash because I haven't done this, and I haven't done this, and I haven't done this, and I haven't done this. Really, the purpose and goal of the process is to help you identify all these steps. So now I have all these like sub steps in these steps, and I can continue going with that, right? Test my solutions against current experience. So what do I need to do that? Because I'm familiar with Usability Hub, I know that I need images, right? Export 2x images of solutions. And let's just duplicate this of current experience. And I can do that. And then the type of test that I'm going to be doing is, I don't know exactly what type of test I'll be doing, but basically set up comparison test in usability hub. Hug, usability hug, that's cute. Usability hub. That's pretty much all I need to be thinking about there. Design 2 to 3 solution concepts. So again, I can just make to-dos, right? Solution concept 1, solution concept 2, and I should be duplicating these things because that will save me even more time. Oh cool, Command D does it. And this one is like stretch, right? I don't necessarily have to. It's probably a good idea. Prioritizing issues by estimating impact level. What's a sub action item I can do here? It's probably like schedule this. Schedule 30 minutes to prioritize issues. Identify issues. So I have this table. Guess the to-do there is copy table to my case study doc, which I've already done below. Nice. So I can create all these sections too. So introduction is first. I'm just going to copy these and paste these below. So this will be, whoop. I'm going to create a divider. And this is basically going to be the start of the case study. All right, so I'll paste this. And then I'm going to start adding some headings. Introduction. About DoorDash. Usability issues. Oh, I already have that section. Nice, I can repurpose this. Prioritizing issues. You know what I could have done? This is a lesson to myself. So let me cancel this. I forgot about the flexibility of Notion. Like sometimes it's so flexible, you don't even think about it. So what you can do is I can literally turn all these into headings. Now I've got all my stuff. Now I just basically reorder it. Oh, look at that. And Peleg's like, you can just convert them. Yup. You're one step ahead of me. All right, and let's move this right here. We don't need this one anymore. Top issue, design concept, testing and results, and then last but not least, recommendations. Cool. So I've already got the structure of my case study. Excellent. Now, depending on where your energy is at, like for me, this is the lion's share of the working backwards strategy at a project level of like organizing. I have a pretty good plan. Now you could get even more granular with some of these things. Where my head is at right now is it's good enough. I don't need to get into the nitty-gritty details of the case study right now. If you want to push even further on working backwards, you could go into this and say like, cool, what do I need for introduction? I want to why does this project exist, right? TLDR summary. Context, right? And then I can go, you know, time, date. Tools, sure, some cool stuff like that. Team of 1 plus chat. You guys are with me? All right, introduction, cool. About DoorDash. Elevator pitch. Why I chose DoorDash. Why did I choose DoorDash? Great. Usability issues. It looks like I've got these tables that I can use. Prioritizing issues. I can just talk briefly. Prioritization strategy. Prioritization strategy. Yeah, it's spelled correctly. And results. Maybe talk about top 3. Top 3. In this one, I really don't need to do top 3. I can really just do the top 1. But I think it makes sense to talk about top 3 before going into top 1. I'm expecting that I'm going to end up with some issues where it's kind of challenging to prioritize. I don't think it's necessarily going to neatly line up or stack up. So the top issue, I really want to dive into impact, why it's important to solve, and cost, why it's easier to solve. And then I probably should just do a little bit deeper on the issue itself, right? Because I've kind of covered the prioritization. So let's, I think what I'll do is I want people to experience the issue. So show and tell the issue. Screencast, images with captions, etc. Great. And then I probably want to identify design constraints. These might be self-imposed or things that I just extrapolate based on other parts of the app experience. Design concepts. So I need concept 1. Show and tell the solution. And then let me, come on. The one wonky thing about Notion is sometimes like selecting multiple chunks. I think I just do this. There we go. Just click on the thing. Don't try to highlight it. Go, concept 2. Show and tell the solution. I'm going to call out strengths and weaknesses. Okay, and maybe I do this for a third one as well. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Testing and results. I talked about exporting images. Export images. Create test in Usability Hub. Then I want to solicit. the correct word? Invite network to participate in the test. And recommendations for DoorDash. I think it'll be basically like recommendation 1 and why, and I'll just repeat that. Maybe I'll have 3 recommendations. I don't know. Cool. So I don't know, how much time have I spent? This is like 20 minutes. I think it takes even longer because I'm talking about it out loud. Wait a minute. Why did it add an extra C? Recommendation. That's correct spelling, right? What am I missing? Recommendation. Yeah, I had it right the first time. Peleg's got a Notion pro tip. Type brackets to quickly create a to-do item. Is there a keyboard shortcut that's even better, or is that the one? It doesn't actually show me the keyboard shortcut, but let's try it out. Boom. So interesting. I could also set up a keyboard shortcut, just a text string. That's pretty easy. I don't use brackets a ton, so it might take me a little while to get used to it, but I appreciate very much the pro tip. I love keyboard shortcuts and little tips and tricks to save time like that. Productivity booster. Ralph asks, is there a reason for 3 solutions? The main reason behind that is it's good. It's kind of like best practice, right? It's the idea of demonstrating divergent thinking, right? Coming up with multiple solution ideas, evaluating and testing them, and coming back and picking the kind of winning solution. So 2 is good. 3 is even better. I mean, depending on what you're doing, you may generate even more concepts than that. Usually what I'll do is I'll end up coming up with more concepts, but some of them in the process of like thinking them out or sketching them out, I'll come across something like, oh, there's a really strong reason why we wouldn't want to do this. So I'm just going to cut it. It doesn't even make it to the sharing stage, right? But these will be, we'll have some good candidates for testing if we come up with 3 concepts. So it's an arbitrary number, but it's also set because it's higher than 1, and hopefully it's not too overwhelming to think about coming up with different solutions. So you mean 3, Ralph asks, you mean 3 solutions for the same problem? Right, exactly, yeah. So these are solutions, right? I'm only tackling a top issue. I'm going to go through, identify issues, and I'm only focused on solving for 1 issue. Exactly. If you want extra credit, Ralph, and you want to tackle 3 problems, I will cheer you on. But for maximizing efficiency and being able to deliver this contest entry with a minimal time commitment, I would say focus on that top issue. That's going to be your best bet. Thanks for asking the question. I think other people probably want that clarification as well. Okay, cool. So we've got our to-do shortcut. We pretty much got our case study set up. Like this working backwards. What I really love about the working backwards and going through this process right here is I both feel like I've got a head start, and I feel like the scope of this project is doable. I feel like I know what to do, and I'm feeling very comfortable and confident with low uncertainty at this point. And it's not the kind of artificial progress that you might get by saying like, what if I just started like looking at different food delivery apps, right? I mean, that might be where some people start, right? If you're not working backwards, you might be inclined to really focus on this. Let me get it up over here, right? Pick a local food delivery app. Well, I mean, you could literally spend hours browsing different food delivery apps trying to pick one. Well, that's not that important, right? Picking one is just picking one. Just pick one. Like, I didn't look at anything. I just picked one. I'm like, all right, DoorDash. Great. That's it. Boom. So I feel like the progress, I'm in a much better place to get this entry done quickly by working backwards in this way. All right. Is there anything else I want to do? Exactly, Ralph. Ralph asked, so this is essentially an outline? It is. I've pretty much, mapped out the things that I need to do by really focusing on those most important things, making sure I do those first, right? Set my phone alarm. Set a calendar reminder. Do what I need to do to make sure that I don't miss the entry deadline. Because that's one very small piece of this contest, but it is the most critical, right? You can do every other step, and if you don't do this, nothing matters, right? I mean, obviously, yes, you get some benefit by going through and doing all this stuff too. But Venigu, hey, I missed you. Welcome. Good to see you. You're just in time for moving on to the next phase of tonight's contest stream, where I just finished kind of applying a working backwards process to getting this case study outline doc set up. And now I'm ready to go check out DoorDash and try to find some issues. I've got this table right here that I can log things in. And hopefully that's going to help me quickly and effectively identify some top issues. So with that said, well, let me head over to DoorDash.com. And I don't care about the... I'll keep it... Oh, man. This is going to kill me. Dragging things between windows. I lose them. Alright, that worked. That worked pretty well. It seems like when I grab the tab... What I'm going to do is, I think this will work. Oh shoot, where did it go? I got it. I'm gonna sign in on my second monitor, and then I can just refresh the page over here. Oh, that's not gonna work. It's the same. Yeah, okay, it'll work. Cool. All right, let me reload the page, and it should have me logged in. Boom, there we go. Alrighty. Venigu's doing well. Awesome. Peleg asks, does it have to be a food delivery app, or can it be a restaurant website that does food deliveries? I guess it's kind of the same thing. Like, I think if there's a website that allows you to order food, like, that's an app essentially, right? It's that's basically a web app. So yep, if you've got a restaurant where you can use the interface to place an order and you get something delivered, that is a legit candidate. All right, so I'm going to start taking screenshots and start thinking aloud here. I think what I'll do... I'm trying to think what's going to be the most efficient way to go about this. Like, do I juggle back and forth between writing issues? I think what I'm going to do is go full screen with DoorDash. And when I see something, I'm just going to take a screenshot and I'm going to do my best to remember what's going on. So let me try that. All right, so this thing is really annoying, this thing that's flashing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna remove this, or I'm going to, oh, this is kind of fun. I can think of a way to flag things. So here's a section. Let's do border solid 10 pixels red. Look at that. And let's also give it a box shadow 0, 0, 20 pixels red. Cool. And then I'm going to take a screenshot like this. Oh, I should save that. Hang on a second. I'm going to save these styles so I can apply them to other things. Just pop it up in my notes here. Cool. All right, I've got that. Now what I can do is take screenshots and highlight things. Boom. I'm going to get rid of that thing. And I'm not necessarily going to get rid of it, but I'm going to call it out as an issue. Cool. Then where's that thing? Here we go. Then I'll remove this. I don't know. This might be slower than me just taking screenshots. All right. So I'm hungry for, I don't really know what I'm hungry for. So something that I'm noticing is, yes, I have these little icons that animate. Yay, bacon. It's like a bacon face. Can't really make it talk. I'm trying to. But what's really drawing my eye are these pictures. So one thought is, what could be displayed on my initial screen? So also, I've ordered from DoorDash before, so I'm a little surprised that it's not showing me things that I've ordered from. I don't recognize this restaurant. I know what Chuck E. Cheese is. I've never ordered from it. I think I've ordered from King of Thai Noodles. As far as I know, never ordered from New York Pizza. Never ordered from Backyard Bayou. So this is going to take... I'm not going to be able to remember all this stuff. I'm going to switch gears again. All right. I'm going to actually just start a quick bullet list. So the first thing is the animated slider, distracting, don't care. And then I've got default screen doesn't show my favorite restaurants. Ralph's asking about how I came up with these problem types. I was just like searching for inspiration, and there was these are like not 100% exact, but they're kind of paraphrased from some research study that I found that had looked in. They said 12 types of problems with this website, and it's like a big fancy schmancy research thing. And I'm like, oh cool, what do they call out for problem types? So these are not necessarily things that, I'm gonna use them, so I feel comfortable recommending them, but you can come up with whatever you want, really. I think these are kind of interesting ones, so that's why I put them in here. And I'm kind of kicking the tires on them. We'll see how easy they are to use. And I think I have it set up to do multiple, right? So there may be problems that span more than one of these, right? They probably don't all neatly fit into categories. Yep. Yep, very much. Yep. It's basically you can probably map some of these to like Nielsen Norman heuristics, right? There's all kinds of things that these will map to. Default screen doesn't show my favorite restaurants. It looks like there's something in my cart already. Can't see what's in my cart. Also, why is it saying first order? First order offer. I'm a returning customer. So I think I've captured a lot of these in just the existing screenshot. National partners, like who cares? National partners, who cares? First order 20%. Oh, wait, first order. Oh, I misunderstood. I see. The first time you order at these restaurants, you get a $0 delivery fee. I was misreading this as misunderstood this. I'm pretty sure now it means, it says right here, $0 delivery fee on your first order from these restaurants. So why doesn't it just say that? Right? It's really funny. I was just talking with someone the other day about their portfolio and how you can use the heading. Like often I see these headings that don't really answer the question or don't really fit. Don't tell me a lot by scanning, but usually the next line tells you the information. So like, why don't they just say, I'll hack this right here. I love hacking stuff like this, so bear with me. So why don't they just say $0 delivery fee on first order from these restaurants? It's long, yeah, but then you don't need this. Like, is that really that problematic? Delivery free. I mean, delivery fee. $0 delivery free fee on first order from, and actually you don't even need to say these restaurants. If you really are whining about the text, $0 delivery fee on first order from, actually, why don't you just say free delivery? What's it with $0? I'm already getting into problem solving. Sorry, I'm not doing this like that rigorously. But part of me is just like, I have the energy, so let's do it. Free delivery on first order from. It's really like the from. You could also say free delivery on first order, and that could be misconstrued. And these other ones even say it, right? It says free delivery. Free delivery. Why not be consistent? Free delivery. Free delivery first. All right, that's enough of that. I'm just gonna, I might as well capture this in a screenshot though. I don't think it's the biggest issue. But free feels cheap where $0 feels valuable. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that argument might stand up better, except they use free all over the place. Free delivery over $12, right? So clearly DoorDash is comfortable with saying free. I don't know. I like free. But yeah, it could be something to test. Maybe they have, maybe they have some data on that, like free versus $0. That would be really simple A/B test for this kind of site that has a lot of traffic. So it's interesting. Definitely people will have different perceptions. Okay. Venugu, and Venugu also says, wonder if the A/B test was headlines. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if you, for very high traffic sites and app experience, if you have the volume of visitors, like getting results on those types of A/B tests can be fairly fast. So if I were DoorDash, I would definitely be doing that. Yep. We're all thinking on the same page. That's great. I've got first order 20% off. All right. Let's get into this. Let's get into a restaurant. So I don't know am I going to be embarrassed by what's in my cart? No, this is something that I didn't put in my cart. Looks like Bonnie put in the cart. I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact she's cooking, so I'm going to remove these things. It's all good. I'm not going to get in trouble. Cart is empty. Add items to get started. Cool. How do I do that? All right, so here's the issue. You just clear out your cart, and then you've got nothing to do. Like, it literally tells you to do something, but it doesn't help you. There's no way back to the restaurant, right? It's making people hungry. Sorry, that's an unintentional side effect of this contest. Is it might make you really hungry, and you might end up ordering some food that you didn't intend to. All right, so this is issue after removing items from cart, no way back to restaurant or to add more items. So actually that one seems pretty big, right? If you maybe your ordering experience is spread out over the day, like maybe you're like, tonight for dinner I'm going to be ordering something, in the morning you're picking some stuff, then you decide, then you're talking with, well, maybe in COVID times this is less likely, but let's say non-COVID times, you're talking with a friend, they're planning on coming over, so then they can come over, and then you're talking, and then you're like, oh, this person has allergies, so now you need to like go remove the stuff that you did, and you just remove it, and you're like, what the heck? I want to order from the same restaurant. I just want to order some things that don't have these allergens, so my friend doesn't die when they eat it. That's all I'm trying to do, and there's nothing. You go back. I don't even remember the name of that restaurant. Presumably I would know that if I'd been ordering. Ralph's pointing out, so you're doing a mix of heuristics and opinions as a designer, how it can be improved. Yeah, I mean I'm trying to be fairly objective in the problem, right? And I'm being more creative in my empathizing and imagining use cases where this will be particularly painful. Okay, so let's get to anyone have a favorite restaurant in chat that I can look at, or let's go through the task of seeing if a restaurant is available on DoorDash. So I'm looking for a recommendation for a restaurant. It doesn't have to be your favorite one, but just something. Hoping I haven't heard of it. Everyone's eating. All right, no worries. Let me search by food. So if I could order, all right, In-N-Out. That's an interesting one. Venegas says In-N-Out. So nothing popped up. Actually, I should go back. I'll try to capture this. Capture what it does. In-N-Out. All right, let's take a screenshot of this. So it didn't look, I mean, it's not showing me a restaurant. This is kind of weird, right? Search for in and out. I see. It's the and. Does in and out use and or ampersand? I don't even know. But this seems kind of silly. Like, if you're searching for ampersand, like that should search and. If you search and, it should cover ampersand. Like, there's no reason for two results like this. That seems silly. And this one could be misconstrued as a correction, right? But I don't see any logo, so I don't know. I'll click on that one and see what happens. Got it. So it doesn't have it. It has other things. Well, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. So, and let me log that one issue. Search using ampersand triggered odd decision in, what do you call those, pop-up results? Okay. On the screen, results for In-N-Out, 34 stores nearby. Well, when you're ordering, I guess, I don't know, maybe this is just me, to Ralph's point about opinion, but for me, like, I don't care if something is nearby. I mean, I guess if nearby means they can deliver to me, cool. Don't need nearby. This is just like a nit. Why say 34 stores? I guess stores is weird too. It's short though, right? And short beats good. Stores. And I'll italicize it, nearby. Who cares if it's nearby? Or do you even need to say this? Stores. I guess it could be like sometimes does DoorDash deliver from non-restaurants? I don't even know. Anywho, there's 34 results. It doesn't really tell me why it's relevant. Let me just look through. Burgers, burger. So I do see some burger stuff. I don't see burger picture here. I see burger there. Here burger, there burger, everywhere burger. No burgers. A burger, burger. No burger, burger. No burger. So it's kind of weird, right? Basically, In-N-Out is, I think it's just burgers, right? And that's the only thing I've eaten there. So I don't understand. I'm gonna search. I'm gonna talk about. Oh, and I should do a scrolling screenshot for this too. Let me grab that as I'm kind of thinking about my words. Guess the question is, why isn't every single photo here a burger? Do they list all 34 of them? Kind of looks like it. Why do they list places that are closed? I guess, I mean, I suppose there's some value, potential, like, to the business for DoorDash to know, like, oh, like, it's possible to order from this restaurant. Because if I didn't see it, I think my assumption would be, oh, they don't have it. Just like I don't see In-N-Out here, right? And if In-N-Out was closed, I would expect that to be at the very top. And I don't see In-N-Out here. Lack of burgers. non-relevant suggestions in results. Okay, well, let's say I really want a burger. I can't get In-N-Out. The Habit Burger. So now I want to see burgers. I almost want to see burgers rated side by side. So this is a 4.7 burger. 4.5, okay. So far 4.7 is the top. These look like little sliders. It says burgers. I also have 4.7, but it doesn't have a burger photo. But okay, two potential 4.7s. The thing is, oh, now that I'm thinking about it, these are the restaurants, and if I've switched into burger mode, I think I should be looking at Oh. Okay, great. I totally did not know that this is what was going to happen, but now I feel kind of dumb for not thinking that. So, for whatever reason, right? I want to go to In-N-Out. I want to order from In-N-Out because I want a burger. And in that framework, I'm looking at these stores, thinking about burgers, and then when I clicked on items, for whatever reason, I thought I was going to see a list. I thought I was going to see ratings for the items at the restaurant, which doesn't really make sense because, I mean, this result makes sense in hindsight, but for some reason I was expecting something magical where it could read my mind that I want a burger. And so it was a little disappointing. What might be more helpful? So search, we're just gonna call items, weird experience. And my idea is allow customers to pick or enter item. So imagine if instead, I'm going to be talking this out loud, so it's not going to make for a great video, but what if instead of items here, it had like burgers, French fries. What else do they have hot dogs at In-N-Out? I don't know. Hot dog. I really don't know what else they have. But anyways, pick a few things that are at In-N-Out, or even better yet, if there was a restaurant. Let's go to. All right, actually, let's do it again. In and out. Oh, that was interesting. Did you see that? I think I saw this. So actually, it's not even just the ampersand thing. This is stupid. I'm actually going to paste it right in here. Right? One of these things says, search, show me the results for In-N-Out. And the other says, show me the results for In-N-Out. In parentheses. Like, what's the difference? Okay. Not a huge thing, but a thing nonetheless. Okay, so let's just say this Habit Burger is the great thing. It's in and out. It's not even in and out or in ampersand out. It's in and out. I gotta go see the In-N-Out burger. Yep, it sure is. Appreciate the fact checking, Peleg. And today I learned in and out. I wonder how many people pronounce it like that. I'm pretty sure I call it in and out. Like I say the whole word. Do you want to go to in and out? In and. I kind of say and. In and out. It's like a lazy and. Do you want to go to in and out? In and out? In and out? Alright. It's going to turn into one of those things where you say it a million times and it starts to sound like a foreign language. Anyways, let's go to this Habit Burger. Okay. Habit Burger. Yay, we found a burger place. So let's say, great, we found this burger place. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this real quick so we see this. I suppose I should do a whole page one as well. Let's do a scrolling screenshot. Dang. I gotta mark this on my calendar to go through this menu. The photos are ginormous. And then some things don't have images. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, back up to the top. All right, so kind of issues I see firsthand. So I'm at this burger place. Family bundle. Like, why? It may be a popular thing. I'm going to add this here, like, why family bundle at top. First thing listed. Just because I missing transparency. Is it the most popular, right? If there was a little tag here that said like most popular, cool. I totally get why you're showing it to me. Best value. Do you save a bunch of money? Like if I get these 4 burgers with 4 fries and a garden salad, am I saving 40%? Right? Cool. Another value thing. Right now it's more about like disconnect between the value and why it's offering, especially since DoorDash knows my previous orders and it knows that I've never ordered 4 of anything. Yeah, so that one's interesting. Then they have this thing called Char Burger. So here's another thing I would call out. WTF is a char burger. Capture that. Right? When you've got like these different restaurants coming up with their little fancy names because they want to be innovative with the names and differentiate themselves, like, who cares? DoorDash can be a refreshing breeze of, clear language. Great, tell me this is a freaking hamburger. It's made with beef. Like, that's what I care about. I mean, for all I know, this could be made with Charmander, right? The poor Charmanders are ground up into patties and roasted over an open flame. Exactly. Peleg's right on there. So, and what is on this? So, like, missing info. I think this is one of my biggest things. Like, number 1, original char burger. What do I get? Do I literally get a piece of meat? Do I get a bun? Do I get a tomato? Yes, there's a photo here, but if you've been alive on the planet as an adult for a short period of time and have seen any food advertising at all, you know that photos of food do not look like what you get. I think there's like amazing Reddits on this, right? I think there's a Reddit channel on like how the food looks when it's advertised and how it looks when you receive it. So who knows what's on this? I have to try to zoom in on this and be like, oh dang, okay, so got some mushrooms there. And this white, it's probably mayo. I think that's a pickle. Otherwise, it's like a big chunk of lettuce. Okay, sesame seeds. I mean, that's not what people want to do. So missing ingredients. What else is? I suppose I haven't clicked on it yet, right? Missing photo, right? This thing's missing a photo. I actually don't. Okay, here, come down here. It says just Charburger. Oh, and now it has the info. Okay, so the info exists. It's just not in the right place. Not in proximity issue for ingredients. Okay. And actually, what is this? Oh. So this thing that it calls a Charburger isn't a Charburger. I mean, it is, but it isn't, right? The Charburger is $4.86. And this Charburger is $10.62. Yeah, it says it includes fries and a drink. Okay, so there's already something like label failing to label combo meal. All right. So I'm gonna call it missing photo. Can't actually see what it is. Missing photo, missing rating, right? I want to, like, I get this restaurant has 4.7, 2,000 ratings. What about this? What about this Charburger? I want to know that. Missing rating for food item. That's what I really want to know. I want to see pictures of photos that people took of the food they got as well. But anyways, let's click on this. Let's say there's this Charburger. All right, take a photo of this. Oop. Would you like cheese on your Charburger is required? The answers are Charburger. So it literally sounds like something out of Pokemon. Would you like cheese on your Charburger? Charburger. Would you like cheese on your Charburger? Charburger. With cheese. It's like, it's hilarious. All right. So how about like, oh yeah, okay. Funny question about wanting cheese. Why don't you just say like pick what's on it? Because there's all that other stuff. This one, zooming into an item, you lose info. Well, technically you didn't lose any info because you didn't get that info on the previous screen, but I'll call this, what do I call this? Item customization. Because it looks like I have some options. So it's missing ingredients list, missing control of ingredients. I can't believe you can't customize, cannot fulfill special requests. For me, that's a ban. Like, I don't even want to deal with a restaurant that doesn't let me customize things. Oh, I'm getting a knock. So that means I'm almost out of time for this stream. So let's finish up on this and then we will pick it up next week. Okay, so there's the cheese thing. There's the fries. It says it's required. What are the options here? Well, okay, so there's like 2 layers of options. It's like a double modal. Weird double modal. Interesting. Peleg thinks this may be true. I don't know. I have zero knowledge about this, but Peleg points out that maybe DoorDash didn't actually set this up, that the restaurants are responsible for it. And he asks an interesting question. Should DoorDash try to fix this? I think DoorDash, as the middle person, has the responsibility to provide the experience. I don't think they can. I think if they're expecting restaurants to do the best thing, that DoorDash is failing customers. Because imagine DoorDash is a telephone service. So Peleg, you're the DoorDash delivery specialist, and I call you up and I say, hey, I want to get a burger. And you're like, okay, you can order a burger from this place, that place. And I'll be like, oh, wait, which place has the highest ratings? You're like, Charburger, or what? I forget what this place is called. Whatever grill. Okay, cool. What do they have there? Instead of telling me, oh, they have Charburgers, you would say, well, they have hamburgers, and you can customize them. I'll be like, cool. Like, do they have different sizes? And you say, yeah, they have 1 patty, 2 patties, or 7 patties, and nothing in between. Be like, all right. But think about how that conversation goes. Like, DoorDash is effectively the middle layer, and they can effectively help restaurants be successful. Like, when restaurants are successful, DoorDash is successful. So I feel like they have an obligation and a strong motivation for to provide excellent experiences up until the point of food delivery, right? The restaurants basically they're responsible for doing the food right, but DoorDash is responsible for everything else. All right, so already in just a few minutes, like I've got tons of stuff that can be fixed, right? The next we'll look into reviewing some of those issues, and maybe I'll spend a little bit more time offline filling these things in, and then we can talk about how I categorize them and prioritize them. Alrighty, again, apologies for the late start today when I thought I was live and I wasn't. I'm still embarrassed by that, and I will do my best not to repeat that next week. We'll get off to a smooth start right at 6 Pacific time. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's great to see all of you. I hope you're doing well and healthy, and I really, really hope that you are going to participate in this contest, because I think it's a really fun one. It's an easy one, and I'm just excited to see what you do. So until next week, good luck, stay safe, and happy designing. Bye, everyone.